Hello and welcome back. Today, we're going to put the real icing on the cake of the accounting cycle. We're diving into those final, crucial steps that wrap up a business's entire financial story for the period. So, you ready? Let's get baking. So, just think about this for a second. At the end of every single month or year, a business has to take all its financial activity, all those sales, all those expenses, and somehow make sense of it all. It's honestly a lot like cleaning up a messy kitchen after a huge baking session. So how on earth do they do it? Now, in our previous explainers, we walked through the first 6 steps of this whole process. If you happen to miss those, don't worry, the links are right down in the description below. But today we get to the best part. We're finishing the recipe and we finally get to see the results.
To really see where we're going, let's just take a quick peek at the whole recipe one more time.
Okay, so we've already gathered our ingredients by identifying transactions, we've mixed them up in the journal, organized them in the ledger, and even did a couple of taste tests with our trial balances. We've seasoned everything perfectly with adjusting entries, the kitchen is absolutely humming, and now we are ready for the main event.
All right, with all that prep work done, it is time for the payoff. Let's get right into step 7, which I like to call bake the cake. Step 7 is all about preparing the financial statements. And let me tell you, these statements are the entire reason we did all that work. They are the beautiful, delicious cakes that come right out of our financial oven, showing everybody, we're talking investors, managers, banks, exactly how our business performed. And here is a perfect example of one of those cakes in action. This right here is the statement of owner's equity for a company called Cheesy Chuck's. It basically shows how much of the business the owner, Chuck, actually owns. You see, it starts with his initial investment. Then it adds the profit the business made, which is a super key number from another report, the income statement, and then it subtracts any money he took out for himself. That final number, that's his total slice of the pie.
And there are 4 main cakes, or statements, that we bake. The income statement answers a simple question, did we actually make any money? The statement of owner's equity asks, so how did the owner's stake in the business change? The balance sheet tells us, what do we have versus what do we owe? And finally, the statement of cash flows tracks every single dollar, answering, where did our cash even go? Each one tells a different but totally crucial part of the story.
If you're finding this whole financial recipe helpful, please just take a quick second to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. It really, really helps us keep cooking up these explainers for you.
All right, the cakes are out of the oven. They look amazing. But what happens after every single big baking project? That's right, the cleanup. And that brings us to step 8, clean the kitchen. In accounting lingo, this is called making closing entries. Think about it. We've used up all of our ingredients, our revenues and expenses for the month, to bake this period's cake. So to get ready for next month's baking, we have to clean out all those containers and reset them right back to 0. We want a perfectly clean kitchen for a fresh start. So here's the most important part. You have to understand what gets cleaned out and what gets to stay. Our temporary accounts are our ingredients, things like revenues, expenses, and any money the owner takes out. They get all used up making this period's cake, so we have to zero them out. But the permanent accounts are our kitchen tools, cash, equipment, loans. You don't throw away your oven after baking one cake, do you? Of course not. You keep those for next time, so their balances just carry over. And here is what that cleaned up kitchen actually looks like in the books. These are accounts for things like dividends, service revenue, and a bunch of different expenses. Notice the final balance on each and every one of them? It's 0, a big, beautiful 0. That means they have been officially closed and are totally ready for the next accounting period.
We are so close to being done. The kitchen is clean, but before we can turn off the lights, we've got a couple of final checks just to make sure we're truly ready for next time.
Step 9 is all about preparing the post-closing trial balance. This is like our final pantry check. We're literally making a list of everything that's left over, our permanent accounts, our kitchen tools. We just want to double check that all our ingredient accounts are sitting at 0 and that all our tool accounts are still there and balanced correctly. Think of this as the ultimate quality control check. It's not just a list, it's a guarantee. It proves that our debits still equal our credits after all those temporary accounts have been cleared away. This step is so important because it ensures we're starting the next cycle on a solid, completely error-free foundation. No lingering mistakes, no phantom numbers, just a perfectly balanced, clean slate.
And finally, we have an optional Step 10 reversing entries. You can think of this as a clever little shortcut for the pros. It's kind of like measuring out your flour and sugar the night before you plan to bake. It just flips some of the adjustments we made earlier to make recording things in the next period way simpler and faster. It's not required, but hey, it's a great way to get a head start. And that is it. We have baked the cake, we presented it beautifully, we cleaned the entire kitchen, and we even prepped a little for tomorrow. The entire accounting cycle is officially complete. So I'll just leave you with this one thought. Why is a clean financial kitchen the single most important tool a business can have? Well, it's because this whole process, it's not just about following a bunch of rules. It's about creating clear, reliable information that allows a business to make smart decisions, to grow and to succeed, month after month, year after year. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope to see you in the next one.